Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Aveyond The Darkthrop Prophecy. In the last episode, Mel got kidnapped. What else is new? Anyway, we're gonna be trying to save her. We're gonna be trying to get stuff. Same old shtick. Except this time with an actual good area. Smart. With the shard, he's actually able to kill these snakes in one hit, so you don't have to worry too much about damage, you don't have to worry too much about healing, so you don't have to worry too much about Stella's magic counter. Because let me tell you, magic is a hot commodity in this game. It's basically like having another healing item. And now we're gonna try to fight these guys. Yep, they went there. I suggest taking out the toads first, though you can take out the snakes first. And they're teaming up on her, so we're gonna... Oops. Well. Kill the snake. I guess killing the snakes was a better option after all. You just, heal him real quick if the game would allow me to. Or not. That was odd. Ow. Ow. Okay. This is why you save, folks. Yeah, I'm not living through that. I did that fight totally wrong. I should have just attacked the snakes first. Alright. Of course he misses. Tank here. Also, it's generally a very good idea to make sure that you go over areas sometimes 3 times in this particular game because of digging spots rather. Alright, well, we're gonna save it. We're gonna fight. How many enemies is this? Well, let's see. So we'll actually be able to beat these guys this time. Okay. So far, so good. Alright. Because of how Shard works, it does make Edward an actual useful member of the party, where he used to be very difficult character to work with. Alright, and with that... Pretty good there. You beat him! Level ups! 16 coins. 4 coins. 16 coins. 12 coins. 4 coins. 8 coins. Well, we've got 80 coins, so we can buy... we can buy the Magician's Rod thing. And then we can... look towards getting Shovel? Maybe? If we sell the practice sword and the sword, the thing she has equipped. Maybe. Also noting they have crap for armor. And the Magician Wizard's staff, not the rod. I detect you, young lady, with a unique ability to learn spells from your staffs. I don't understand. That wasn't a feature in the other game. Equip the staff you just purchased. With time, you'll learn one spell from it. Wow, this must be a very special staff. Or the game devs just wanted to make items like this more useful. Most staffs in Rish Isles are embedded with spell knowledge. Too bad they weren't in the original game of Aveyond Rin's Quest, when we actually covered this entire area. Thanks! I can't wait to see how these staffs work! Oh boy. Staff made for wizards upgrades her attack to 6. She has half the attack stat of Edward, but for some reason she attacks for less damage. Never understood that. Alright, now we're gonna buy the shovel. Can. Yep. Receive shovel! Also, I want to note one thing about retconning. I wanted to wait till we got to this game in order to say it. For those of you who are watching this right now, I want you to be aware of something. Mel marrying Edward is not the canon ending to the game. Not anymore. It is actually Stella who canonically marries Edward. I state this for one thing. I wanted to mention this in Lost Orb, but I felt like it wasn't time yet. Since we're in the last game, I wanted to state, again, that there is a retcon to previously stated game facts like in Gates of Night. The canonical wed there was actually Mel and Edward. They made it a feature into the game, even. But later, they decided, you know what? Let's actually change the plot line because they just wanted to. I can't really describe it, other than they just wanted to mess with it. So all of you who may say Mel ends up with Edward, no, it's not actually factually true. It was many years before Aveyond 6 was made, but when Aveyond 5 was made, but since, or Aveyond 4, I've gotten lost with all the names. Either way, basically, they retconned the plot to have something more interesting. They did that with Aveyond's Prophecy, they did that with Aveyond Ren's Quest, they did that with Aveyond 2. They've done that heavily in this game, even retconning their own plots throughout the game that they had previously mentioned. It's sad, but that's what we're dealing with. I anyway wanted to mention that because the ending of this game got changed after the canon ending, after the game devs decided to change it. Also, other things made me feel like I had to mention that. 46 gold coins. Honestly, I don't give a crap. I'm not trying to sound offensive or in any way, but I really don't care about the relationships in Aveyond. Especially anymore because, well, frankly, they're just not good to begin with, and they always retcon them, and as stated. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like Edward ending up with Mel either, but I don't like the idea of them retconning. It would be the same to me as... Again, like I said at the end of the Aveyond Lost Orb series, I always said that they could have made it to where, to fix the whole, well, you don't actually, you know, have your decisions made in the game as you made them in the next part, even though you continue your save. What they could have done instead is they could have just made simple events that triggered with other characters that could be made, and it wouldn't even really take that much to have those characters or whatever inform them of the decisions that they made, impacting the game in such ways. Like, I find it to be a minor change that could have been made, a minor setback as far as delay, but it would have made the game a lot better if it would have been like, you know what, this is the one RPG Maker game where choices you made actually impact. Because it doesn't really feel like that to me. Like, I don't try to complain too much about this game. I know the game devs are mostly indie, and the game is good. It has a lot of really great points. The thing that just saddens me about it, and just talking about the general stuff that could have been done to improve the game as a whole, so that the devs know somewhat of that. Still gained a level while having new staff equipped and can now learn a skill from the staff. Which spell would you like her to learn? Would you like her to remove poison from all party members, or would you like blessing, which blesses the enemy party? This is the worst description of skills. So, blessing the enemy party is actually a holy light skill damaging the enemy party. However, it makes it sound like you're almost buffing them. Cure Extora is outright completely destroyed by the fact that Cure is cheap, and also, why not just buy a poison protection amulet, though? So as of this, I always go for skills that end up doing something that affects either enemies or healing all allies, rather than poison or anything like that. Just stating the logic. I'll be getting into a battle shortly to show off why. Fully, that is. Also, heal, 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 heal. And I can't heal my poison. Well, I'm gonna have to go back to town anyway. Need to upgrade our armor, because we have none. Thanks, game. Either way, I just wanted to end that as a note. There's a lot of things in this game that are changed. If you were a Edward and Stella shipper, I am glad that your ship was seen as the real one in the game dev's eyes. I personally don't really care enough about this to even really do anything much about it, but yeah. Alright. Bamboo shield, helmet, wizard robe, boar hide robe. I'm gonna just buy serpent amulets because I don't really see a need for one defense on my defense slot. I will be showing off, though, before we end this episode, what blessing is. It's very helpful, and it turns her into an attacker almost. She can defend herself now. I just hope she doesn't die before we end up healing in the bed. There she goes. Never had an ally die from poison before in the Aveyond series, I don't think. Experience all around. Honestly, I think the best, just noting one thing, I think the best one that they did relationships with was actually Aveyond 2, because there were no rivals, for one, so there was no choice that could be, countered by game logic. There was nothing that could be messed with, nothing that could be retconned. The characters genuinely liked each other and developed over time. It was actually very good. So I will say that. Alright, well, we'll take out that one enemy group one more time. Now that we have Blessing. Love getting critical hits. Down, down. So, Blessing. It's a great ability. Because it does that much damage to the enemy party. Now, you won't think that this does much, but if she uses that ability again, she's basically wiped out most of the snakes. As you can see. Level up. Well, in the next episode of Aveyond The Darkthrop Prophecy, we will be killing a few more enemies, getting some more gold, getting everything in that one store. And then we'll be continuing forward through this area, checking everything for holes and other good stuff. I'm seeing you guys then.